Hey guys, Toboloco here. Today we are back with our Ukraine gameplay, part 3, I believe. So right now, obviously we've qualified for the World Cup. We're just doing some more training to get these guys back into form, and we got a few friendly matches as well that we got to play before the actual tournament. Russia versus Ukraine, international friendly. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. So then, here we go. The first match, our first friendly match of this video is against Russia. This should be a good indicator of how we can play at the World Cup. Form is not very good. This is basically just a chance to regain some lost form before the actual tournament. Some people have asked me, like, hey, why don't you play this game on Legendary? Like you do with the 2010 game. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not very good at this game. Like, you've seen me play it, I'm not very good at it. So that's why it's on World Class at the moment. Just so that I can ease myself into it. Although I'm still not brilliant at World Class, the tackling is very dubious on my end. But we'll get there one day. We'll get to Legendary one day. It was the same with the 2010 World Cup game. It took me a while to get to Legendary, but we got there. Through ball here. Yarmolenko, you got the pace right. Come on, stop getting hassled by that Russian defender. Just have a shot. Oh, that's not... Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that was almost a bad mistake by the goalkeeper, and he saved it with a good bit of play. Oh, here we go. Conor Blanca, and yes, nice one. Conor Blanca takes the lead for Ukraine against Russia. And a little bit of a lucky goal, to be fair. I through-balled it, and it went right through the Russian defence, and then I just tapped it in. Fabio Capello having a bit of a nightmare right now. Russia go for the shot, and that was a good save. Unprecedented attack by Russia. Not the first time Russia has done that against Ukraine. Half time, and Ukraine are leading 1-0 against Russia. Decent match so far from Ukraine. Decent performance. We've got through a couple of times. Over the top. Come on, that's not a bad ball, to be fair. Suzulia, he got onto it, and good save by the Russian keeper. Let's go. Goosey, oh, damn it. Berezovsky is such a tough defender to deal with on these FIFA games. He's just too strong. I was kind of hoping this game would have more goals in it, and a lot more, like, crunching tackles in it. Of course, although it's a friendly, it's still, you know, Russia versus Ukraine. Not been the most exciting match. I was kind of hoping it would be a bit more exciting, but at least we're getting a win out of it at the moment, and I guess that's all that matters. There we go, we just beat Russia 1-0, away from home, might I add, as well, so that's a huge win for Ukraine in Russia. I mean, these players will certainly not be allowed to leave the country now after that result. We have another friendly match against France, so we will be playing that one because that's a huge game and I'd like to get some better form. This should be an okay match because we beat Russia only slenderly, but I reckon we could have France here. I mean, when we did play a friendly against Brazil before the actual qualification campaign, we actually did well against them. So I'm hoping that France haven't fielded a super hard team and then we can pick up some extra form. I'm not liking how we're set up against France. I might change the formation, potentially. Depends how we get on. But we just haven't been able to get through. That might be because France have world-class defenders though, so... Cross back in, deflects, goes back out to Yarmolenko. He goes for the shot, and that was a really good shot. Well, that's the net shot, almost curled into the top right-hand corner of the goal. Come on, Conor Blanca. Cross that in, that's not bad. Good header, palmed away by the keeper. Again, shot, but no. Benzema has got the chance. He just skipped past my goalkeeper, absolutely did him on that play. And that's 1-0 to France. So, I mean, what was my goalkeeper doing there? He could have went to ground, picked up the ball. But no, Benzema absolutely mugged him off on that play. So half time and Ukraine are 1-0 down to France. It's not over though. But the problem is we just haven't had enough chances. These French defenders are like just all over me when I go for on goal. And to be fair, they do have some decent defenders. Obviously, Koscielny, you've got Debussy at the back. A lot of Arsenal players, actually. Pass it to you, shot, and it just wasn't good enough, was it? It just hasn't been here for Ukraine, really, the attack or anything like that, which is a shame, and I know why it is. Look at this form, it's just constantly going down. I just never seen a team so badly informed that's actually qualified for a World Cup. He's going to cross that in, that's a decent ball, and it comes off the Ukraine defender, hits the post. Incredibly lucky that didn't go in. The result wasn't, like, poor, but the overall play of Ukraine was poor. Like, it really was. And I don't know whether or not it's Ukraine or myself. I think it is me. I'm just not very good at this difficulty. I just keep losing quite a lot. I know it's a learning curve and everything, but yeah, I just didn't play well. So we're at the World Cup, finally. We're at the group stages of the World Cup. We did our 2 friendly matches, and look at that form. Just not very good. The only person that isn't off form is the goalkeeper. So after this training drill, our first match will be Belgium. A very tough opponent, because 2014 was like when Belgium was starting to become really good. Here we are, the first match of this World Cup for Ukraine is against Belgium, the emerging golden generation for Belgium. Gonna be an interesting match because, yeah, they're a very good side. Like, I just looked at their squad, they've got really good players, and yeah, they're probably one of the strongest teams in the group next to Uruguay. I'd say, based on form, Ukraine are probably one of the weaker teams in the group. This Belgium team will go on to be, obviously, like one of the better Belgium teams we've seen in recent history. Probably one of the best Belgium teams, maybe of all time. They won the 3rd place playoff in 2018, which is an incredible achievement. If they had beaten France, would they have beaten Croatia in the final? Probably. I reckon they could have. But it definitely would have been a closer match than the France-Croatia final. If we had a Belgium-Croatia final for the World Cup, that would have been awesome. Like bullet point 1, that would have been absolutely amazing, because we would have had a new winner regardless of who won. And I think it would have been a closer game, but I still think Belgium probably would possibly win. I don't know. Both teams had their golden generation. It's hard to say. Down to Gusiev. Over the top. That's a beautiful ball. Can we capitalise? No, we can't. Why did that shot go so far over the bar when I didn't put that much power on it? Blanca speeding past the Belgian defence. Come on, turn inwards. I need support. I need actual support right now. I just can't, like thread it into the box when there's nobody there. I love how Kevin De Bruyne has got a standard player model on this game. Like, I'm guessing that was like the emergence of Kevin De Bruyne, like 2014-ish. Half-time, and not really much has gone on in this match, to be honest. Maybe a few shots here and there, but yeah, nothing special. Company, Alderweireld, seems a little bit too much for Ukraine to deal with going forward. Like I said, attack is just not linking up properly. Blanca seems like he's super quick, don't get me wrong, but anything else, it just doesn't feel right. Maybe this was just too early for Blanca. Go for it, go for the shot again. The finesse shot lets me down. That's only the 2nd shot of the whole entire match. Belgium have been very defensive, and so have we, to be fair. It has been a very, very dire game. If you're watching this in real life, I reckon you'd switch it off. Like, I'm surprised that you're still here watching this match right now. Yeah, terrible game. Absolutely terrible. Like, again, I'm happy that we got the draw, but the circumstances of the draw were not good. Ukraine, again, not linking up well, not, like, attacking very well, not a very good attacking-minded team, despite having Blanca and Yarmolenko up front. I think that if we can get a draw against Uruguay, and then maybe beat Oman, we will have 5 points. So we could squeeze in to the World Cup. It depends what the other sides do. There's no excuses for this match. We have to beat Oman. We have to. Like, they are the worst team in the group by star rating and by ranking, FIFA ranking anyway. So yeah, we should be beating them. I don't understand how the computer tackles you that easily. Like, I was going through, and then, like, I just randomly stopped for no reason. Like, it feels like, sometimes, in that situation, that you're getting BS'd out of a decent attack. Shevchuk, out on the edge of the box. He goes for it, gets tackled in the box, no penalty. Fine, whatever game. Shevchuk, just poor. Absolutely poor from Ukraine. I don't know what's going on. Like, do I need to stick Yarmolenko up front or something? I'm just going to do it because I'm in desperate need of a decent attack. I feel like I'm starved of attacking play in this gameplay. Oman are pressing, and they shouldn't be, but my defence is so poor, I just can't defend on this game. I really can't. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I don't know what I've got to do to get this attack going. I think the form has really crippled this gameplay. Half-time, and again, another poor showing from Ukraine. They're looking like one of the worst teams in this tournament. And I'm not saying that because, like, I dislike Ukraine or anything. I'm just saying, what I'm seeing right now, we have just not played well. Look at that, I just tackled him. Oman are going through and they almost scored. This is just absolute travesty from Ukraine. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this game's form system. It is a joke beyond belief. Like, you draw against Belgium and that doesn't give you any kind of form? To this guy, who gets immediately tackled even though they wouldn't have known that it would have gone to that guy because it wasn't supposed to go to that guy. And offside, this is just, oh my days, guys. Oman are just like something like different on this game. There we go, finally. It took a CDM to score. Edmar scores and we get something. We get something from the World Cup. A 1-0 against Oman. Is that all we're going to get? Like, it's been terrible, to say the least, from Ukraine. It really has. And someone's pulled up. It's Blanca. Like, this run could not get any worse, could it? Come on, can we get one more goal? That would be really nice. Like, I'm not disrespecting Oman, but we should have beaten them by a little bit more. I'm so frustrated right now. I'm really, really frustrated. Like, I just cannot believe that we've only grinded out a 1-0 win. Like, okay, fair play to Oman for playing well. But Ukraine, again, another poor showing. And we got to play Uruguay in the next match. Like, do you honestly think we're going to draw against Uruguay after these poor results? I've never seen a team with great players play so badly. Here we go then. The final match of the group stage versus Uruguay. The Ukraine fans are out in full force. You can see them there with all their flags there. I don't know why they even bothered to show up because their team hasn't showed up so far. I mean, yeah, okay, we got 1-0 against Oman. Wow. So Uruguay are currently sat in 3rd place at the moment because Belgium beat them. So Belgium are top with 4 points. I've got 4 points and Uruguay have got 3 points. Oh, that was a poor pass by Uruguay and we scored! Okay, Zulia, I see you. You've turned up. And let's make some noise in this stadium. Come on. 1-0 thanks to a defensive error by Uruguay. We're on top in this one. Uruguay haven't had an attack yet, which is very, very good for us. Means defensively, we're pretty sound. That's the thing about Ukraine. Like, they're good defensively, but it's just the attack. Half-time, and thanks to a gift from Uruguay, we are currently leading 1-0. Although, I don't think that Ukraine are going to build on that lead. I can't see them doing it. Ukraine can go on the counter now. Come on. Let's get a decent attack going. You're all tired, I can understand that, but we do need that second goal. Uruguay pressing. Can we stop them? Yes, but it's a corner. I think there's only like 12 minutes of the game left to play. Slightly more than that, but we got to keep them out. Header. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Facile? Is that how you say it? Scores the header. And it's 1-1. Ukraine were basically like statues on that corner. Didn't really do much to try and get rid of it. I mean, it was... I don't know, actually. It probably would have been clearable. Devic goes for the shot. That was going top corner again. Go on, Mileski. Hey, come on. That's like, look at what that defender was doing. He just literally cut me off. That would have been an off-the-ball foul. Surely it would have been. But we drew against Uruguay, and by the looks of the celebrations, Ukraine have squeezed their way into the round of 16. How? From 2 draws and 1 win, I don't know. So if you have a look at the group then, I topped the group somehow with that draw because Belgium lost against Oman and Uruguay gets sent back home alongside Oman. So, let's have a look at our round of 16 then. We've got Brazil versus Belgium, the Netherlands versus Paraguay, Russia versus Ukraine in a round of 16 match. We played these guys in a friendly at the start of the video. Now we've got to play them again in a match that properly matters. This is going to be a very, very good game. And then we've got England versus Chile, Germany versus Czech Republic, Bosnia versus Portugal, Argentina versus Denmark, and Italy versus USA. This training drill here will decide if this guy gets good dribbling stats or not. I'm hoping he does. Look at him, he's going. I barely touched that, but fine, whatever. The world will be watching with anticipation as Russia and Ukraine face off in a World Cup round of 16 match to determine who will go through. This is a huge match. This is probably bigger than the World Cup final, this one. For these two sides, there's so much national pride on the line. Who will come out on top? Obviously, in a friendly, we beat them. Only 1-0. Recently, our attack hasn't been that brilliant. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how well we do against this Russian team. I put on Mileski instead of Suzulia because Suzulia is just constantly out of form, even though he's, like, scoring goals. So it's just like, why do I need to have him on? Oh no! Oh my goodness! What happened there? They crossed it in, like here. It was offside, but still, look at this. I chested it, he headed it, and just like, what is going on at this circus right now? Oh, stolen away by Edmar. He can score! He has! He scored! For some reason, Russia decided to play it like that, and we took it away from him and scored, and Edmar, again, with a crucial goal, just like he did in the Oman match, and the sea of yellow and blue celebrate in front of Capello. We love to see it. Samedov, I couldn't tackle him. Oh, good save by the Ukraine keeper. Cross back in, and he's got it back. Nice one. You wouldn't have seen it, but there's been a lot of fouls and a lot of like defensive plays as well in this game. You'd expect that from these two teams in this kind of match. Good tackle. That's the defender making that tackle as well. One through ball could end it all for Russia. Mileski, oh, good save. Every time I try and go for a long shot, it just gets cut out. Like the computer knows when I'm going to do it, like immediately. It really annoys me. Off the post and in! Wow, okay! Rotan just scored from outside the box. Incredible! How did he score that? Fabio Capello must be absolutely livid with that. That was not good by the Russian keeper. The Russians are mad. And yeah, Ukraine on cloud 9. Look at that! Like a shot from outside the box. That's what I love about this game. Like the long shots feel a little bit more natural than 2010. Like 2010, like when you do a long shot, it's either going in or it isn't. But this one, like that shot there, where it bounced along the ground, that was keeper error, and that felt a lot more natural. Rotan, he's going to have another one. Oh, keeper dealt with it that time. It's definitely going to be game over when the goalkeeper kicks it away. Ukraine have done the nation proud. They've beaten Russia, their rivals in pretty much everything, I guess, these days. And yeah, well, incredible stuff from Ukraine. On to the next round then, where it's either against Chile or England. I can't wait for that one. We played really well in this one. Like, we played as well as we have, like, well, I guess, like the whole run. We got England in the next round of the World Cup, obviously. They beat Chile 3-1. And then if we're lucky enough to get past England, we've got a date with Brazil or the Netherlands. To be honest, that Russia game, that was the best I've seen Ukraine play in a while. Like since that Wales match in qualifying. And that was a long time ago. And the form is slightly increasing, which is brilliant. A few players are still out of form, but at least it's better. And a quarter-final finish after all that poor form is probably like more than what I expected. If we can beat England here, then that would be amazing. But England are slightly overrated on this 2014 game compared to how they actually performed at the World Cup. Quarter-final match against England, Roy Hodgson's men versus Ukraine. Out of form Ukraine versus an England team that didn't do very well in the real 2014 World Cup. Sturridge to Lallana, crossed in, headed away. Didn't really get rid of that, did you, Ukraine? Come on, don't play stupid. England on the attack, cut out by Ukraine. I just realised that this is a rematch of the Euro 2020 quarter-final that happened between Ukraine and England. Of course, that game was a little bit more cut and dry than this one. Half-time, and England have had the better chances. We haven't had many, or if not any, really. But I guess that's how it's going to go for most of the game. If we can try and drag this to penalties, that would be quite impressive. Offside again. I can see the flag raised. Most of these chances are marginally, well, not marginal, but like, yeah, just slightly offside. And oh no, really? Ref, that's not worthy of a red card. No, it's not. That's not worthy of a red card. All I did was just, it was just a follow through, and Conor Blanca has been sent off. That's never good. You're gonna have to shoot, mate. Oh, skims the post. If I didn't shoot, like, if I carried it forward a bit more, I definitely would have been tackled. That's a good ball by England. Stop the play, please. I don't know why they crossed it in that situation. It seems a bit far-fetched, but Jack Wilshere scores in the 80th minute, top corner, and England have practically won this match. Like, we just couldn't deal with it, and then they just, like, booted it into the top corner. It's a shame, really, to lose like that. A lot of injuries are coming up now. Ukraine are very tired, getting a lot of injuries. Yeah, it just hasn't been amazing from them in this match, but a decent performance. Like, if we're going to lose, at least it was only a 1-0. It looks like England have taken this one. Unfortunately, our run is over with Ukraine. We got as far as we could, but our luck has ran out, unfortunately. It's strange how it's changed sides. Why has it done that? I thought that England were on course to play Brazil, and now it's changed sides. That's weird. Simulate the rest of the tournament, and who's going to win this is Italy 2-0 against Brazil in the final. And the Czech Republic won the third place playoff as well, so not a bad finish to this whole series with Ukraine, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it despite my, I guess, constant moaning through Ukraine and stuff like that. You know, it's hard not to moan about it when your team aren't playing the way you want them to. But like I said, to get to a quarter-final and knocking out Russia along the way is special. It's something special for Ukraine. If you did enjoy this gameplay, consider liking and subscribing. Keep it local as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.